Finally have you cornered once again. There's no getting out of this one, so do us both a favor. Get on your knees, and keep your hands where I can see them. Nice try, city slicker, but I'm not falling for that trick again. On your knees. Huh? A better idea. Like what? Ah, snap. Here we go again. Bingo. Looks like I got lucky this time around. Or in your case, unlucky. Come on, buddy. We've been at this for years. It's only a matter of time before I finally catch on to your tricks. How do those handcuffs feel? Good, maybe this time you'll stay in them. Even though I wasn't there to witness it. That had to be a rather nasty fall you took. Sure, part of your plan, sure. And I'm sure me taking you in this nose right after was a part of your plan as well, yes? Just shut up and get in the car. Watch your head. I'm taking you in for interrogation. If I'm going to get something out of you, I need you to be of sound mind. Just get in the car already, you gorgeous bombshell. You heard what I said. Your second. It's your second time being in the back of a police cruiser. This is your first time in mine, though. Of course you would love for me to remind you of your previous time. Long story short, a rookie caught you and placed you in the back of the cruiser. However, maybe he got super excited over the fact that he finally got the mysterious velvet robe. Or maybe it was my own negligence since I was caught up with something else at the time. But the rookie failed to properly close the door in his cruiser. By the time I got over there to see for myself, the door was opened and you were long gone. I assumed that you managed to kick the door open and, in your classic sleek as Sweetle style, you undid the handcuffs, leaving them right then and there in the seat. Which I should ask, have you managed to break out those yet? If you did, I'm pretty sure I would have noticed. You pulled a stunt on me far too many times to count. Indeed, you are good at what you do, and that's the reason why finally having you in my captivity is all the more exhilarating. You have to find that out for yourself, Ladybug. Hardly. You've been the biggest catch of my career thus far. As if I could possibly forget all about you. Alright, let's get down to business. You see this folder here? This folder contains copies of every crime that was reported and that we have on record of your commitment and involvement in. Oh, it does seem rather thick, doesn't it? And you want to hear a fun fact? This is only part 1. Yep, let's go down the list for a few, shall we? attempted armed robbery, fraud, purchase of stolen property. Oh, sorry, multiple purchases of stolen property. Speaking of multiple, there are multiple counts of shoplifting, identity theft, grand theft auto, oh, and most importantly, multiple counts of debt elimination fraud. Yeah, that is quite a record. In fact, a record like this may as well be a slam dunk case for sending your ass to federal prison for the next couple of years or so. I don't know. The evidence that we have stacked up against you says otherwise. Even if you were to get yourself a lawyer, legally, mind you, even they would have to agree with us here. I'm surprised you seem so casual about this, miss. That is true, despite all those crimes that you have been charged with. Digging deeper into your file shows me that you are some kind of modern-day 21st century equivalent of Robin Hood. No wonder you seem to have quite a following on social media. Yes, it's a first for a lot of things, just like how it's a first time for me to literally have you here, in an interrogation room and in a jail cell shortly afterwards. Are you bribing me? Ha ha ha, raising me up? Well, isn't that just lovely, cutie? Attempting to charm an officer of the law, such as myself, could be considered an active attempt at bribery. And would you look at that? There are multiple charges for that as well. Really digging your own grave here, huh? Give me one good reason why I shouldn't file all this paperwork and have you put away for the rest of your life in a penitentiary. Why, thank you, but I'm afraid that's not going to work here, sweetheart. What does it look like? I'm done here. Exactly that, I'm tired. You're too much of a scandalous and alluring lady to even try to thoroughly interrogate. I'll leave that to the actual detective. She's got a reputation for making even the most stone-faced and overly arrogant women cry for their mummies to pick them up, because they were a bad girl, just like you. Oh, don't give me that look. We have a nice and comfy jail cell just for you. Well, I'll see ya. Oh, you poor thing, don't tell me. Your little time-out corner isn't fit for a queen such as yourself? Well, suck it up, princess. That's the best you're going to get. Normally, yes, there is a suggestion box. Yes, for us. Not you. Strange, you look different with that kind of attitude. Oh, very much so, but tell me, why are you so upset? Oh, baby girl. If only you knew just how much I'm getting off on this now. Oh no, not like that. I'm not a sadist, and I'm certainly not a masochist. You know, I think this is the first time I ever heard you humble yourself this much. No, there's no need for all of that. I am the local sheriff of this district. Trust me, I know a truly dangerous criminal when I see one. You see, You got more petty crimes under your belt than actual federally charged ones. In other words, I got a good handle on you, sweetheart. Yes, yes. You could have, but knowing you, you didn't. I'm going to be honest with you. Yes, I'm somewhat overjoyed by the fact that I finally had you in my grasp. Yet I'm not exactly satisfied. I felt that maybe your capture should have been a little more grandiose. I mean, I've been chasing after the likes of you for years. I've been following leads, trails that could lead me to you. I played your game. No, I played the game of cat and mouse. With every trap I set, you always managed to slip away. You and your gorgeously alluring presence. I bet you would have a nice collection of metal bracelets if you weren't smart enough to leave them behind. You played me for a fool, and for a while I enjoyed the thrill of the hunt, but as time went on, I think I slowly lost interest in it. But I never lost interest in you. At that point, it became more of a chore to hunt you down, try to take you in, and see how long it takes before you manage to slip out of our grasp once again. So I used that downtime to think, and I started to see it. I started to see your patterns, your movements, but most of all, I started to see you. Gorgeous. I'm glad to see you're not as oblivious in that department. Reverse psychology? Oh, no, nothing like that, trust me. If that was my go-to plan, I wouldn't be wasting time in a place like this. After all, you said it yourself. It's you and me here. Everyone else has gone home. If I was truly worried that you had a certified way of busting yourself out, I would have more security. Maybe throw in a very unpleasant cellmate or two. You keep looking at me as if I simply lost my mind. Relax. All the years I've spent chasing you hasn't driven me off the deep end. I see how it is. You think you got me all figured out, don't ya? Well, how about I try something different? What does it look like I'm doing? I'm entering your cell. Let's just say that I want to show you just how wrong you are about me.